Before I start this video, I would like to tell you the inspiration behind this video. And it started when I did the cocktail shrimp video, I don't know, around a month ago, 5 weeks or so. And I got real curious about the history of cocktail shrimp. And I'm real curious about the history of a lot of things that I do. So a lot of times I'll spend days researching that, you know, looking through. Well, anyway, during my research, I stumbled across this YouTube channel. And every now and then you'll get lucky enough to land on a channel that really resonates with you. And the channel I'm referring to is Yester Kitchen. It's hosted by Jill, and that's all she does. She does like retro style recipes, and she always tells a story about the recipe and how it got started, and she gets it as authentic as she can. Some are authentic, some maybe not quite so much, but overall she knows the history behind it, and I find it very intriguing. I instantly subbed to that channel. I watch all of her videos, and I also told her that I wanted to recreate a dish from that channel, her channel, and give her a big shout out, because I think her channel deserves a whole lot more subs than what she has. So if you're a history buff when it comes to food and to retro style recipes and such as that, then please go over there to Yester Kitchen and give Jill some love and give her a subscribe and tell her Russ sent you. So the way the recipe starts is with 1 pound of shrimp. I have 1 pound of deveined and shelled, deheaded shrimp. These are fresh. You don't have to use fresh if you don't live in an area that has fresh shrimp. You could always go in with thawed out frozen, but I would recommend that you get the wild caught from the Gulf Coast or East Coast or Pacific, as long as they're US wild caught. All we want to do is just pulse this. You don't want to turn it too mushy, but you do want it into like a paste. So we're going to power on, and we're just going to give this a few pulses. All right, let's take a look at that. I believe that's exactly what we're looking for. That's kind of a paste consistency there, but yet it's not liquefied. Take this shrimp out of your processor, and you could take a knife, I suppose, and cut this very finely, but a processor works so much faster and better. It really gives you that texture that you're looking for. And so you know, and you'll learn this over at Jill's channel, Yester Kitchen, this recipe comes out of the 70s. And it got really big with like Chinese restaurants and Chinese takeout, plus people was making it at home as a party food, like an appetizer. So I haven't had this in a very, very long time. And I can't say that I've ever made it because I haven't, but I have had it in like the Chinese takeout. So into that, I've got some chopped up water chestnuts. Like I said, if you want the recipe and the amounts, just go over there to Jill's channel, and it's all right there in the description box. Now we got some garlic salt going in. We've got regular salt going in. I've got green onions going in. I've got cilantro going in. Now if you don't like cilantro, you can replace this with parsley or eliminate it altogether. Cracked black pepper going in. And I've got some sherry. You know, I've never cooked with sherry. I've cooked with wine a lot of time, and sherry is a wine mixed with brandy. So that too was a really big thing back in the 70s. Let's give all this a good mix. Right now, let's go ahead and add in cornstarch. You want to work this cornstarch in really good. Make sure you get it all. I think we're looking pretty good there. Last ingredient is 1 beaten egg. Give that a good mix. I'm gonna continue to mix this until I get what I'm looking for, which is really just incorporating everything really, really well. I'll show you the next step. So as you can see, I've already started this. You just want to take a knife, or in my case a spoon, and just put a thin layer of this paste right on top of one side of your little bread pieces here. You don't want to go super heavy, just about like that. Make sure it's got good coverage on it. And that's basically it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do these. We've still got a lot of this left over. And a little while later, we're gonna come in here and do the rest of these to eat for supper. And just basically want to show you what to do. Very simple. So I've got about an inch deep, maybe a tad over an inch deep of canola oil. I'm using canola to where it didn't put any kind of other flavor into this. And I've got it at 375 degrees. I just checked it with my instant read thermometer. And according to Jill, this is where you want it because it's going to cool off when you start putting these in there. And what happens if you cool it off too much is your bread's going to be soaked up with grease, and you're going to have a soggy, greasy mess instead of a nice, crispy toast. These do not take long either. Like she said, by the time you get the last one in, the first ones are about ready to flip. I'm gonna flip one over and see how we're looking. Oh yes, perfect. All right, I think we are done. Let's look at the bottom of one of these. By the way, I'm just putting these on some paper towels. Take a look at the bottom. Nice and crisp toast. Let's get them out of here. I'll bring you back here in a few minutes and we're gonna do a taste. That looks and smells so good. It's been a long, long time since I've had shrimp toast. And I can't lie, I did taste one and it just brought me right back, man. It's like this anchor, you know, kind of like smelling an old cologne that you wore back in the 70s or something. It'll take you right back, you know. It's a strong anchor is what I call it. But at any rate, I've got it done. We're getting ready to test it here, but so you know, you can use a dipping sauce with this of your choice. Jill does have a recipe for a mustard dipping sauce below the recipe for this on her channel as well on this video. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and give this a try. Those turned out perfect. Nice crisp. It's not logged with grease or anything. Once again, they cook real fast, but it's super important that you bring your oil temperature up to 375 because it will cool it down. I didn't measure it after the fact. She did on her video. It got down to 325. So if you drop much lower than that, then you're gonna have some grease log bread is what you're gonna end up with. So that worked out fantastic. Great hors d'oeuvre. And man, I'm fixing to make this a meal. We're gonna make some more later on tonight. Go ahead and utilize the rest of that. Please go over there and check out Yester Kitchen. I'm sure Jill will appreciate it. If you're into all that retro type stuff, then hey, I know you're gonna love it. Till next time, smoky ribs.